Welcome to Spanish from Nothing. I'm Justin Ryan, and this is day 2 of the 28-day challenge that I'm doing to learn my first phrases in Spanish. If you don't know what that is, go check it out, languagefromnothing.com. In the Spanish from Nothing section, you can look at the intro video that I did for the 28-day challenge that explains everything that I'm doing here. But this is day 2, so let's get right into it. So I'm going to go over the phrases that we learned in day 1. So that is our pocket phrases. Now, if you don't know what I mean by pocket phrases, I am using a strategy, or a couple different strategies, from a free video course that I made, Foreign Language Smart Start. You can find that on my blog as well. Go there, languagefromnothing.com/FLSS if you're interested. I'll mention it later too when I talk about the guidebook. But let's go over the phrases from last time. Now, these are phrases I suggest you learn first, no matter who you are or what language you're learning, because you can use them right away when you start studying your language. And by the way, to follow the 28-day challenge, you don't have to be studying Spanish. I'm learning Spanish. You don't have to. If you are, that's great. You can follow right along. But here's our pocket phrases. I need to look it up is... See if I can remember. I need to look it up is debo buscarlo. We just went over that. How do you say is como se dice. I don't know is no sé. You probably already know that. That's a pretty popular one. What is this word is ¿qué es esta palabra? I forgot is se me olvidó. What does this mean is ¿qué significa eso? And we're back to I need to look it up, which is debo buscarlo. So those are the phrases that I'm going to be kind of going over daily. So I'll just kind of flip through these daily, see if I can commit them to memory. The reason I chose these first is because you can use these right away, like I said, to use them as tools to learn Spanish. So if I need to look something up, instead of saying, I need to look that up, I'm going to say it in Spanish, which is debo buscarlo, and we'll get to that. Same thing with, instead of me saying, oh, I forgot, I can say, I forgot in Spanish. So yesterday was pocket phrases. That's the very first day. Day 2, we start with our habitat language. And our habitat language today, I started with one word, and that one word is light, or the lights, the light. And the sentence I chose to go along with that is, I'm going to turn on the lights. So I'm going to turn on the lights in Spanish is voy a prender las luces. Voy a prender las luces. And I'm going to break it down. So voy a is I'm going to. Prender is las luces. Prender is turn on, and las luces is lights. Now, what I've done is I'm going to replace lights with different things in my house. I've got lights, radio, laptop, microwave, TV, faucet, razor, shower, fan, and camera. So I'm going to say, I'm going to turn on the lights. I'm going to turn on the radio. I'm going to turn on the laptop. I'm going to turn on the microwave. I'm going to use the same phrase with different items in my house. It's called habitat language. You can also find that in the Foreign Language Smart Start video series on my blog. And I'm actually going to pronounce these maybe how you would as a beginner. I have a little bit of past exposure to Spanish, so I know how to pronounce things a little bit better. I'm still not the greatest at pronunciation, and I'll talk about pronunciation more as we go along. But right now, la rasuradora. We're going to say that. La rasuradora is razor. Okay, la rasuradora, and this full sentence is voy a prender la rasuradora. Voy a prender la rasuradora. I'm going to turn on the razor. Las luces is lights. Voy a prender las luces. I'm going to turn on the lights. El radio. Voy a prender el radio. I'm going to turn on the radio. And again, I'm really butchering the pronunciation right now. El grifo. Voy a prender El grifo. I'm going to turn on the faucet. Grifo is faucet. La tele is TV, or you can also say el TV or la TV, something like that. I'm going to say la tele. La tele. Voy a prender la tele. Microondas is microwave. Microondas. Voy a prender el microondas. I'm going to turn on the microwave. El portátil, which is laptop. You can also say la laptop. But I'm going to say el portátil just because I think it sounds more Spanish. El portátil. Voy a prender el portátil. I'm going to turn on the laptop. La cámara. La cámara, if you want to say, is camera. If you could guess, I'm going to turn on the camera is voy a prender la cámara. El abanizo is fan or ceiling fan. Voy a prender el abanizo. I'm going to turn on the ceiling fan. And we're back to, oh wait, no, we haven't done this one yet, never mind. La regadera is shower. Voy a prender la regadera. I'm going to turn on the shower. And then back to la rasuradora, which is razor. So that is how I will practice. So I will look at the item, and then I'll try to remember. I'll look at the item in Spanish, try to remember the full sentence in Spanish that I'm practicing today. So today's phrase, the only phrase we're learning today, day 2, is I'm going to turn on the, and then we fill it in with 10 items. I suggest you don't have to do 10 items. I suggest between 10 and 20 for good practice, and go through them several times. Now I'm not using any English, and that's on purpose. And again, if you want to know why, go watch the series or the video course. You can also go through them when you encounter the items. So when I have to turn on my camera for recording these videos, I can actually say voy a prender la cámara. Okay, so that is that. Now I'm going to show you this. You can get this. This is a printable table to keep track of your phrases. This is in the Foreign Language Smart Start guidebook that goes along with the video course. So the video course is free, no opt-in required on the blog. But if you want to opt in, you can give me your email, and I will give you this nifty little link for a download for not just this sheet, but it's a PDF. It has about 30 pages of goodies. It's step-by-step through the video course, and you have some printables that you can use. Now, the guidebook is also free, so you don't have to pay for any of this, but the guidebook you do have to opt in for. So, let me explain this. I'll put it up here on the side for you to see. Basically, first of all, at the top you see A and B. So A, I've written the English. I'm going to turn on the lights. And then B, I've written the Spanish translation. So when I look it up in Spanish, then I just translate it just right there on line B. Now, if you go down one, we've got A and B again. And you see I've got the English kind of going up to the sides, and that's because this is the breakdown of the Spanish. So what you want to do is put the Spanish on line B first, and then you want to break it down into components. So, and you can break it down into however many components you like. I put voy a prender and then las luces, because voy a means I'm going to, and then I have that little I'm going to up. Prender, turn on, and las luces, lights. And I actually recorded another video that I'll show for you to watch how to fill this out. But basically, here, and then after you've put the Spanish and the English here, you can fill in all the other items. So we start with lights, of course, and then I just went around my house and I found different items that I can turn on. So I did that. Then I looked them up in Spanish, put them here, and I've used both of these, the top and the bottom, to kind of show two different ways you can do it. So at the top, you can just write the item. Or at the bottom, you see you can write the item, you can write the whole sentence here. That's if you want to practice the sentence, but I actually like the top better because it's less cluttered. Again, you can find this at languagefromnothing.com, opt in to get the guidebook, and this will be in the guidebook. So that is it. That is day 2 for Habitat language. We just started Habitat. So yesterday was pocket phrases. Today is Habitat language. And from here on out, it'll be Habitat language. 1 phrase a day. Our phrase today is, I'm going to turn on the something. And we fill in the blanks with the something. So tomorrow it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to choose another item, write a sentence about it, and we're going to practice that sentence with other items that apply to that sentence. So that's how it works. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you like it, leave a comment. If you don't like it, leave a comment. Or just ignore me and walk away, whatever. But, oh, by the way, I did want to say, I got the sentence from this book today, Voy a prender. I'm going to turn on the lights, or I'm going to turn on the something. I've got that starting here. At the very beginning, there's what he calls fast verbs, and the reason I chose this is because there's not a lot of changes you have to do in Spanish to make this sentence, and so since you don't have to change much, I figure it's a good sentence to start with, and it's very applicable because I can say it for anything that I'm going to do. So today is I'm going to turn on something. Maybe next tomorrow will be I'm going to turn off. Or maybe I'm going to go to the rooms. Whatever, I don't know. Anyway, good book. I'm not going through the book step by step or page by page. I'm just picking out the things in here that apply to my habitat so that I can practice as I go about my daily routine. Again, you can see all of that languagefromnothing.com/FLSS. Watch the whole video course for free. That is my last plug, I promise, for this session. But anyway, see you tomorrow where we do day 3 of our 28-day challenge.